doing it wrong, and please stop.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Just beating the play clock is Locke. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Luck. He leaves this one for Howard. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
First carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he stopped immediately there. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Dean. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. This is Howard on second down. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got him in, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Luck. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Luck. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He goes underneath the Drake. Oh, now he bowls him over. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Luck. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Luck. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry for Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. After the penalty, it's Henry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw. He's got him in, Corey Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll drop the throw. And this one's incomplete. Now, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off of play action, Luck. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Throw
On 1st and 10, Locke. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Locke. They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was really well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And out of bounds right around the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To the air again. Locke. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Colts getting ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The final shot before the break. Lock. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ohio! Ohio!
They keep it with Henry on first down. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The pitch to Henry. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ohio!
throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. The big fella. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On first down, they run with Howard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck steps away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Ohio! Ohio!
They begin with Henry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now it's Locke, escaping the pressure right. And a catch right side by Evans. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And Myers able to knock it through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Flex round! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Ohio!
He's back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
5-6-5!
Throwing now, Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Luck. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary.